Hello, I'm Alice and welcome to my channel. I started off by using the unicorn drops, which is super pretty, by the way. They're pink and sparkly like a unicorn. Then I used my Milk Makeup Cooling Under Eye stuff, which it's so nice. And then I used my foundation, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Rose Ivory. And I like it a lot because of the applicator. And to apply that, I used my MŌDA, I think it's called MŌDA brush. And then I just brushed it all over my face. Then I used my Sephora powder brush with Rimmel Stay Matte in the color Sandstorm. So now that I did that, I'm going to actually contour or bronze my face. I kind of use it as both. I'm going to use my Hoola Mini Benefit Bronzer in the color... I honestly don't know what color. I don't know. It doesn't really have a color, so whatever. So I'm going to use, I think I got this from like Walmart or Target, and it's just a little angled brush. So I just dip in, tap, and then I just put it right here. And I kind of smirk a little bit. I don't smile. Because you kind of want it right from your hairline down. Because you're trying to chisel out your cheek. Also, ignore my broken nail. Alright. And then I'm going to do the other side. So sometimes I use this brush. Sometimes I don't. I do have another angled one, but I have no clue where it is. And I like to brush it down, and then I kind of like to do circular motions. And then I take a little bit and I tap it on my forehead just to get my forehead a little bit darker. Kind of take away from the foundation being in your hairline. And then chisel out my chin. I kind of like to go a little farther. Most people just do their line, but I like to go right under. Alright, then, I don't know why I closed this because I still need it. Then I'm going to use my Jeffree Star, I always forget the numbers of these, JS3, and I just tap it, tap off the excess, and then I just slowly go down the side of my nose, and also I tap it in right here. You can already see it, I tapped it in a little bit, but if you don't, it kind of just I don't know. It just looks better. I don't know. It's just what I do. And then I kind of make a little half circle. And then I do a full circle. Just to try to slim my nose down a bit. And you could shade it down a little more on the sides. If you want a more really good look. Okay, so now that we're done with that, oh yeah, also already on my lips I have Jeffree Star's Can't Relate. It has such a nice doe foot applicator. Smells so good. I don't even know what the scent is, but it just smells so good. And I love his packaging. Oh, just look at all that sparkle. It's just fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, also what I like to do after I do all that, just to try to blend it in a little more, I'll just take the powder brush I used to put the powder all over my face. And I'll just blend this out so there's no harsh lines. Okay. Next, we can do eyeshadow. So what I'm going to use is, as I drop it on the table, my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the original. But it's a trial size, but I've had this for a while now. I'm going to end up needing to buy like the real thing. So I just put a little bit on my finger, tap the eyelid. It is a little greasy, but I like it because it's sticky at the same time, and it actually helps your eyeshadow stick, which some other eyeshadow primers I've used, they were terrible. And I used to do my makeup without an eyeshadow primer, but I noticed when you have an eyeshadow primer, it actually does help it last longer. And it does help a lot with the pressed pigments, keeping the coloring from the pressed pigments off of your eyeballs. Alright, so we did that. Just make sure it's all blended and tacky and good to go. And I got some in the corner, but that's okay. Alright, then going to use my James Charles Morphe palette. I absolutely love this palette. Oh, it's such a good palette. He did such a good job. Literally, it has everything. Everything you want in one palette. You get all the brights, you get the mattes, you get the shimmers, you can use them as highlighter, you got the cut creases. It's just fantastic. So the brushes I like to use, I'm just going to gather them all up. Okay, so I got this Sephora Precision Shadow Brush. And the top of it looks like that. It's super fluffy, and I like it because it's dome, so it's good to get in the crease. Then I use my blending shadow brush. Excuse my brushes, they are messy, but... And they're stained, too, because, you know, yeah. So this one's a blending shadow brush from Sephora. Then I have the Jeffree Star 6 brush. I like to use this for blending as well. And this one's good for creases as well. The Jeffree Star 5. And then this one I like to use to like put the glitter in the corner or get under the eyes. But let's see. Okay. I am wearing a crazy colored shirt today. I apologize. So what I'm going to start off with is... I had the paper that had all the shade names. I don't remember. I'm going to use the tan neutral color. And we're going to use that for over all of my lid. And I love his shadows because some of them are so light that you can build them up. So you don't have to have a crazy pigmented eyeshadow right away. So if you wanted something to be subtle, like I used the pinks and the purples last time. It's actually on my Instagram. But I kind of did like a subtle pink but a bright purple, and it just worked out so well. We're gonna put the shadow on this eye as well. The same color, the neutral tan. I like to build it up because it helps blend your other eyeshadows that you're going to be using. Alright, next, let's see. I got blues and oranges. Why not? We could try a blue-orange thing. I'm trying to think. So blue would go on the outside. We could do like orange cut crease and sparkle in the center. Fine by me. Okay. Oh, I dropped my brush. Ugh. Okay. So what we can do... I'll still use this one because I used it for the tan. We'll just dust it off a little bit. Let's see. So I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use a mixture of these two because this is purple And this is more of a dark blue, but I'm going to mix them and put it on the outer part of my eye. Sorry for my crazy hair. I apologize. Tap off the excess. And just use little circle motions. See, this is what I love. It's not super bright right away. So if I wanted to leave it subtle, I could. And then I can just build it up. Oh, yes. James Charles, you did so good, dude. Alright, this brush is probably not the best because it's getting the eyeshadow everywhere. And instead of right where I want it, I should have used a more compacted one like this one that I always use. But I thought fluffier was going to be better, but I guess not. Oh, yeah, this brush is better. Just pack it in there. Does have a little fallout, but I think that's with all pressed pigment shadows. A lot of them have fallout, but it's okay. It happens, girl. It's just a part of makeup. But see, like how it was so subtle and now it's so bright. I just love it. James Charles, give me a call. Okay. Now that it's mostly on, it is messy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Precision Shadow Brush and just dust out the edges and make them a little more subtle. Just like what I like to do. I'm going to dip this in the blue and carve it out. Also, my eye shape is really weird. I never really know what to do. So I kind of just wing it when I do shadows. Okay, now I'm going to blend this over a little bit. Let's get into the orange. So what I'm going to do is this darker orange. It's kind of like a reddish orange, and it might just mix these both again, but I'm going to use this one first. Sorry, I'm not even in the camera view. I'm going to use this one first and then that one if I want to darken it up a bit. Somebody did say if you put down white eyeshadow first and then use the orange over it, it does work a lot better. So we can try that. This eye, I'll just use the orange. And on this eye, let's see. Get this brush. We can try the other eye. Put a white on first. Okay. So this eye we have the white. This eye we just did orange. Now let's try. I'm going to try to brighten this up. It's kind of combining the colors and not really blending, but I don't think the white made any difference. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I don't think it made any difference. Like, it is helping it glide on smoother, but like it's not giving me that wow factor. There we go. So I mixed that darker orange that I pointed to, which seems to help a lot better. There is a great amount of fallout with this orange. It's okay. Just blend, blend, blend. And I am tapping off the excess because there's a lot. Tap it off. Now there's not a lot of powder. Okay. So the orange is at a decent stage. What I'm going to do is take the blues again, mix the blues back together. Just tap on the blue. Ignore my dogs, they're silly. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do, we're going to take the little precision shadow brush again. I'm going to take the blues, tap out the excess, do it right under my eye, just to give it a little blend. Oh, I have a piece of hair in the corner of my eye. That's just lovely. All right. So then I'm going to just take the same brush that I've been using because it has the blue. And we're just going to blend the blue out so it's not as harsh. And we're also going to blend out a little bit. I just like to use my finger and wipe the color if it's not in the spot that I want. All right, then next, what I think I'm gonna do is, this is a shimmer shade, this one right here. I'm gonna take it and I'm probably gonna do it right in the middle, or do I want the lighter shade? Let's try this one. We'll mix them. Why not? Do more blue. I think that mixed it really well. Then, just to brighten up the orange again, I'm gonna take the same brush, dip it in both the oranges, tap out the excess, just brighten up the orange in the corner. Put some under the eye. So I don't use concealer. Ooh, first off, this is a look, girl. So I don't use concealer, but what I like to do is I take a little bit of my foundation with this kind of brush. There's a piece of fuzz on it. That's lovely. And I like to dip it and just 2 or 3 little taps. Tap the rest on my hand. And just carve out my brows and all this excess product. It also brightens everything up. Helps you get the shape that you are wanting. And if you ever need a little more, just tap it. Tap some on your hand so you don't got a lot. And then whatever I had left over on this blue brush, just buff it out a little bit so the edges aren't as harsh. And then there, we're good to go. Just gonna wipe this extra foundation off on my hand. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take my Wet n Wild Mega Last Blackest Black Eyeliner. What I like to do is I just use the cap to hold down my eye. And the way with my eye shape is I only do my eyeliner halfway. I notice it just works better for me and my eye shape. Just like that. Okay, next we could do our highlighter. I like to use the Jeffree Star 4, and I like to use my e.l.f. illuminating palette. It doesn't have a name, but I like to use the yellowish shade, and then just tap it on there. Oh, do you guys see that? Oh, it's so good. And then I do a little bit here, and do a little bit here, and here. And then I like to take a little bit of the two browns, like to mix them together, and then just tap right here at the edge of the cheek. Perfect. All right. And then we're going to take the little brush that I like to do the glitters with. We're going to dip into the James Charles palette again. And we're going to dip into that shade. It's like a champagne shimmer shade. And then we're going to go right in here. We're going to blend up through the orange. Just everything. It's everything. Alright, so we're done with the shadows. I'm going to grab the Jeffree Star Can't Relate. I'm going to grab my lip pencil crayon contour in the color Willow from Wet n Wild. I'm just going to go right here. We're going to do a little bit more. My lips are chapped today. I apologize. Ah. Don't you just hate when you mess up liquid lip? It just glides on so smoothly. And then my mascara, I like to use the Urban Decay Perversion. If I could open it. I love the brush. These bristles are absolute life. They just fully extend out your lashes. And now what I like to do is I go back and forth, shimmy them around so they don't get clumpy. Unless you like clumpy lashes. I know that is a look, but I don't. Make your alien face. Get your bottom lashes. Dip in for more. Go to the other side. Shimmy, shimmy. Then alien face. And then there you go. You got pretty long ASS eyelashes. And last but not least, we're going to spray it with our Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Then just let it dry. You're good to go. This hair is crazy. We're going to go play some Twitch. My twitching makeup. Why not? Alright, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.